and gentlemen, he was here before. We had an amazing chat. And I'm happy to have him back on the show again. Hashtag Tena with Dr. Ofweneke. Allow me to invite for the second time on Tena with Dr. Ofweneke, Mheshimiwa Sharif, all the way from Mvita. Let's clap for him, ladies and gentlemen. I have spoiled the microphone upstairs. So
we're used to these things.
Thank you. So I know, oh, you're a politician, yes. I think they should give you like 3 more. do you find it hard holding those microphones most of the time?
Sometimes they end up, especially if you're in a big some
crowd.
areas, yes, and every single media house wants to give you their mic. So, but technology has improved. Things are a bit better. We now have connectors, and just one mic is enough.
Look at you. You're bragging. Have you ever used Auja? The one for...
It's necessary. I feel for some of my colleagues who are actually from areas that are less urban, no access to electricity, so definitely.
You definitely have no option.
What is it? Is it a megaphone? Or?
A megaphone.
Yes.
Then you hold something. Whoa, vote for me. Yeah, something like that. How was it? How have you been since the last time you were on the show?
I'm well. Keeping well. Trying to hold up. But yeah. But
you're coming on strong.
Hopefully.
And you have maintained the body size.
I'm trying. We have to. It's been a journey, but a fruitful journey.
Has it been hard?
No.
Do you at times get tempted like, oh my God, I should eat this, but oh, the doctor told me not to eat this again?
No,
are there things you don't eat anymore?
I have never been asked not to eat anything by a doctor. It's just my self-conscious that made me decide to eat or what not to eat. I actually had a chocolate bar before I came in here today.
So you're a sweet tooth?
Yeah, I have a bit of a sweet tooth. It happens. You're human. You're human. Anyone can be able to get a
you're
lap.
defending yourself, machine. Yeah. Like, I'm human. You know, I gotta eat.
You come from a place like Mombasa. The other day I was in the constituency, and if you want some of the best, you call them mandazi. We call them mahamri. The best mahamri comes from where I come from. There's no way you can be able to say no to that. It's fried, it's flour, it's got a bit of sugar in it, and it's amazing.
Somebody may think you're actually tabling a bill. The way you're speaking so passionately about this mahamri, flour, it has better education, it has better healthcare.
And it's sweeter.
Do you see how he was so emotional about mahamri?
Yes.
Food is bay. Food is bay.
Did you just say food is bay?
Yes, I have a daughter, and I think she's watching me right now, and she always says that food is bay.
Do you cook? You cannot be talking mahamri like
no,
this.
I think I can try to cook, but
no, I'm picturing your daughters. They're like, Dad, no, Dad, don't do that. Dad, don't do that. Like, no, you know you cannot cook for life. What can you try to cook?
I think I'd be able to make decent eggs. Chapati is way out. I'd make good boilo. You know.
You even put an accent.
Yeah.
Do you eat mutura?
Yes, I studied in a boarding school. I studied in Lenana school, so
okay.
You had to if you use the back route, you go to the route of satellite, and during those days it was it was still very remote. It's not as what it is right now, where the buildings and everything.
Facilities and everything.
Yes, and there was a joint where there was someone who was selling mutura, and I remember that time 1 piece was going for 1 bob.
1 piece.
1 piece.
How big was it?
A tiny piece like this was going for 1 bob. You know.
This must have been 1941.
age. But those were the good days. Those were good days.
Were you a prefect?
No.
Being a son of a Mushimi would explain that they just from 1 and you're head boy already.
No, I actually it was contrary to that. My mom, I think she's watching me right now. But my mom would. I had a very strict mother, an extremely strict mother.
Typical of an African mom.
Yes, and she would go to school every single prize giving, every single report collecting. Bless her soul. Bless her. But and every time she goes there, she would always go like, please, I don't want my son to have any special treatment. As a matter of fact, you need to cane him even more. So I once asked her, I said, Mom,
cool down.
No, I asked her that when now. I said, you really didn't have to do that. I mean, I see some of my teachers that I still panic. And she said, if I didn't do what I did then, you'd not be who you are today, and you'll not, and you'll not be who you're gonna be tomorrow.
So there was no special for you.
There's nothing like that. But there was a time after I finished school. My late father took me under his wing. So every time he had to come to Nairobi, I had to follow him. And every time he goes to Mombasa, I had to follow him. So he'd take the flight, I'd have to take the bus.
And you had a trouble upbringing. It's okay, my sugar. Be strong, be strong. Look at where you are now. It's part of the story.
No, but I'm happy. I'm happy.
Is that the same way you bring up
my kids?
Yeah.
I'm trying to. It's really not easy. It really isn't easy. First of all, considering right now we have a different constitutional dispensation, job responsibilities are different from what they were for my late father. I'm usually here. Last Parliament, I wasn't a chair of any committee, so strictly Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the days that I'd have to be in Nairobi, then the rest I'd be back in Mombasa. But right now, at times I'm forced to be here on Fridays. Like now, I'm going to be here on Friday, and probably by the time I see the kid is going to be Friday evening. I try. Over the weekends. Yeah.
Crazy schedule for you.
Yeah, but it's a lifestyle, and if you accept it and appreciate it,
and your family supports and understands as well. Then
yes,
then
yes, definitely.
Let's talk about let's get a little bit more political. The other day, the president was very mad, very angry. He's a friend of mine. I've never seen him that angry, even when we're hanging out.
He's a good friend of mine as well.
Then we are friends.
Definitely. We have mutual friends.
I know.
Connections.
I know.
Obama? Obama is a friend of a friend of a friend.
Did he just pull that? So he was really mad. And there has been a conversation both on social media and on ground. Guys saying that it was not presidential of him to come out that angry. It was not presidential of him. What do you think? What do you think?
I think at the end of the day, every single person holding the microphone in any capacity that you hold, at the end of the day, we bleed the same, we feel the same, we're all human. Any single person can be able to, something can be able to boil inside you, and eventually, sometimes, and I probably try, and I'm trying to put myself in his shoes. The fact that he's trying to get this rusted cog of a wheel to move, and it's not easy. And every time he puts oil, someone slaps his hand aside so that the oil does not go into the cog, and it spills out. Yes, so I'm assuming that look, at the end of the day, every single person is human. We're all human. We're all human, and I think for a nation to be able to move forward, reconciliation is necessary. We need to have sanity instead of having, every single person talking. We need to talk to each other, not at each other.
That's very smart. Nice one.
I went to a good school.
Clearly, Lenana, where you didn't have trust me, if my father was your father, my mom was your mom, oh my God, trust me. I cannot tell you what I went through in school. For us, they used to say special, but what special is actually cabbage. I don't understand how special was cabbage.
And I have no idea, but some people tend to think that if you have a bit of something too much, then you actually get tired of it. I think the fact that I was in a boarding school and we had beans. Beans was something like, it was like really the main thing. Beans was
food.
Yeah.
There's a way you lighten up whenever. The way you're like beans. You don't even give it a base, like beans.
Food is bae.
Food is bae. Like, hashtag.
No, but and until today, my weakness, anytime give me beans. Kidney beans, maragwe.
Maragwe,
yes.
So if you're the president,
I'd get there for lunch today.
Even today you took?
Yes, I had githeri for lunch today.
Hey, my God.
Wow.
Whatever Madawi has done to you, the bean ambassador.
It worked.
Let me ask, if today you were to be the president, like we say, wake up in the morning, it's His Excellency Sharif, what would be the first thing for you to lower the price?
First of all, dreams are valid. Anything is definite. But the first thing, I personally believe that the biggest challenge that this country has right now is, take it from me, this is something that needs to be taken as serious by any single person, is the rate of unemployment.
Most definitely.
The first thing that we need to cut down on is anything that is gonna make the cost of manufacturing in this country high. If we look at worldwide, every single economic revolution has had its impact because of countries being able to manufacture something on their own.
Exactly.
Countries like Japan, today Japan is where it is because of its manufacturing power.
Very industrial.
Yes, China and America grew because of its power in manufacturing as well. We need to do whatever is necessary, lower whatever it is, and again, not look at manufacturers and the business community like there's there's this fable tale where you look at the cow and you see it giving milk and you feel that I'm going to be more thirsty. So instead of feeding the cow to give you more milk, you actually end up taking a knife and cutting the udder. So that's not how, the first thing that we need to do, and it's the only way we can be able to reduce the level of unemployment. We're at about 55%, 70% of the population in this country is a youthful population. But that's a time bomb.
But I know, but I'm still a bit confused when we talk about unemployment being a very major issue in terms of affecting the growth of a country, and of course, hence the economy as well. But the other day, Kanzadena, the state spokesperson, said that the government has been able to create I think it was 850,000 jobs, new jobs. You're smiling.
No, I'm smiling because again, this is a democratic country. Anyone can say that this is what it is, but then it is always better to be able to put things on a factual basis. And it's going to be very simple. I mean, it's three of us right now on stage. If I ask you, what are the chances that do you know anyone who has been employed over the last 3 months? Do you know anyone who's been employed over the last 3 months? Chances are would be very slim. If I ask you again the same question, that how many people have approached you and told you that, you know, you've got connections, try and get me jobs?
Everywhere.
Exactly.
Even right now, I know
my phone rings every single day, and every single day, you know, and especially with us, you know, people still have this belief that a member of parliament can just simply pick up your hand and take it to a company.
Call the boss of Kenya Power. Like
exactly. We've got companies right now, state corporations, that have got freezes. They actually have a freeze notice on all of them against them being able to employ. Today, county governments inherited salary wage bill that is way beyond what is necessary. And I know there's actually a bill that is being proposed by a certain member, which now caps that for all funds that are going to go to county governments, a certain percentage should be dedicated to health, a certain percentage should be dedicated to staff, a certain percentage should be what we need to be careful about when that comes through is that already this county government's inherited from former councils a very, very heavy task team of employees.
And you can't just let them go like that.
You
it
can't
can be a legacy that you create. You come into office, you know, firing guys.
Exactly. It's no one is first of all, it's not even practical for you to cut out livelihoods for thousands of people at a go in one county. You're not just causing political disaster; you're causing economic disaster as well.
That's great. It's a stolen train.
Exactly.
Let's talk about today being the reggae edition on the show. And every time people think about reggae, they think about weed. What do you think about weed? Have you even tried? Have you have you ever, as we stand, just on a light note, have you ever been tempted, or have you ever been in a situation where you're like,
you know, I wore this shirt. It's got the map of Africa. It's like reggae thing going on. And I had no idea that was the addition today.
Yes,
but look, I was listening to you where you commented on someone who actually tweeted that it never let their child listen to reggae. I think music in itself is something that is revolutionizes the mind.
It's a
you know,
connecting
exactly.
element.
You can be able to listen to any kind of music. It's something that touches you, that touches, you know, part of who you are, can be talked about through the kind of music
it's
that you
easy
like.
to get the message out.
Exactly. So you can't just say that this is music for poor people and this is music for rich people. As a matter of fact, contrary to that, listen to the kind of music that we have, you know, listen to messages from artists like Bob Marley and artists like UB40. If you want to talk about richness came from that kind of music, not the kind of music that we're listening to now.
So, because we are waiting for Mheshimiwa Kenoko to come back, because we believe he's going to get his healing back. He's still going to table the marijuana bill.
Yes.
Will you support it?
There's, you know, right now as we speak, contrary to what people actually believe, marijuana is actually being consumed as medicine. It's being consumed as medicine for many cancer patients worldwide.
Good.